This is the City Commission for Neighbors Meeting Action Roundup for October 17th, 2023. This was a City Commission regular meeting on October 17th, 2023. 8 City Commissioners were present for this meeting, with Commissioner Lance absent. Ordinance introductions. These come back to the Commission at a future meeting for a final vote. Ordinance 14-2023 proposes removing an ordinance the City Commission approved in September 2022. That ordinance created a tax exemption with a payment in lieu of taxes, often called a pilot, for Blue Light 4 redevelopment project at the former Kmart site at Dickman Road and Capitol Avenue. A pilot is essentially a tax exemption for a housing development. A big part of the financing for the proposed development relied on low-income housing tax credits from the state of Michigan. Unfortunately, the developer did not receive that financing. They have a new plan for financing this project, and the ordinance approved last year is no longer needed. This ordinance introduction was approved 8-0. Ordinance 15-2023 proposes updates to the city ordinance with the terms of the tax exemption for the restructured plans for the Blue Light redevelopment project. The Hollander Group developer has put together a new financing plan that includes one project and one pilot ordinance or tax exemption. The project is proposed now in multiple phases. The first will include an affordable housing residential development, including workforce housing, an early childhood center, and community center. This ordinance introduction was approved 8-0. Ordinance 16-2023 proposes another pilot or a tax exemption for a housing development. It is for the Northern Pines Apartments project, which proposes building a permanent supportive housing community with 62 units. It would combine that housing with a voluntary support service that helps people experiencing homelessness. This is the project of developer Upholdings. This ordinance introduction was approved 8-0. Ordinance adoptions. These were introduced at a previous meeting prior to this final vote. Ordinance 10-2023 proposes changes to the city's medical marijuana facilities ordinance. One of the updates looks to eliminate the hearing before the City Commission would suspend, revoke, or not renew a marijuana permit. Instead, city staff would do this administratively, and there would be a hearing if the permittee wanted to appeal. Other updates have to do with including ungendered language, being clear that if someone fails to renew their permit on time, it is automatically suspended, and adding an excess grower permit. This was introduced at the October 3rd City Commission regular meeting. This ordinance adoption was approved 8-0. Ordinance 11-2023 proposes changes to the city's ordinance that regulates adult-use marijuana businesses, the same changes that were proposed for the previous ordinance regarding medical marijuana facilities. This was introduced at the October 3rd City Commission regular meeting. This ordinance adoption was approved 8-0. Ordinance 12-2023 proposes updates to the city's zoning code as approved by the Planning Commission at their September 27th meeting. City staff proposes updates as they use the code and understand ways to make it work better. Some of the updates are to require outdoor storage on commercial and industrial properties be screened by a fence, reduce restrictions on community gardens, and allow more related activities for those gardens on properties more than 2 acres, and reduce the buffer between marijuana processing facilities and residential districts from 1,000 to 500 feet. This was introduced at the October 3rd City Commission regular meeting. This ordinance adoption was approved 8-0. Ordinance 13-2023 proposes rezoning 24 properties along East Michigan Avenue, Green Street, and Yuba Street. They are currently high-density, multifamily, and neighborhood commercial, and this would rezone them to downtown commercial, the T4 district. This would give the area more flexibility in development, like in this case, with residential density and required setbacks. T4 allows building construction from lot line to lot line. The goal of this is to support Upholdings LLC, which wants to develop a permanent supportive housing development. This was introduced at the October 3rd City Commission regular meeting. This ordinance adoption was approved 8-0. Consent agenda. The consent agenda for October 17th included minutes from a previous meeting, the city manager's report for the evening, and resolutions 262 to 265. Note: Resolution 266 was pulled from the agenda. Briefly, the resolutions on the consent agenda offered consideration of the following. Resolution 262. Consider accepting the best value proposal to provide construction administration, making sure a project to replace the generator at the Battle Creek Executive Airport Air Traffic Control Tower runs smoothly. That proposal was from Mead & Hunt Incorporated for just under $55,200. Resolution 263. Consider reappointing Brenda Whitted to the Economic Development Corporation. Resolution 264. Consider appointing Josita Todd as a new member to the Human Relations Board. Resolution 265. Consider appointing Josita Todd as a new member to the Police Fire Retirement System Board. The consent agenda was approved 8-0. Regular resolutions. Note: Resolution 269 was added to the agenda. Resolution 267. Consider acceptance of the lowest responsible bid for the Battle Creek Executive Airport Air Traffic Control Tower generator replacement. The bid came from Motor Shop Electrical Construction Company for $377,250. In this project, the city will replace the current diesel-powered backup generator with a new natural gas-powered backup generator. The project includes installation of a natural gas line to the new generator. This resolution was approved 8-0. Resolution 268. Consider allowing the city manager to enter into an option contract with UP Development LLC, an agreement that gives them the option to buy 3 vacant properties on East Michigan Avenue and 1 property at the corner of East Michigan Avenue and Yuba Street. This is related to the ordinance introduction for a tax exemption for the Northern Pines Apartments Permanent Supportive Housing Project. Resolution 269. Consider allowing the city manager to enter into an MDOT sponsor contract to replace the air traffic control tower generator at Battle Creek Executive Airport. Both of these resolutions were approved 8-0. Motion not on the agenda. Note: the following motion was proposed by Commissioner Simmons in response to the removal of Resolution 266 from the agenda, which would have considered approving the city's representatives to the Transportation Authority of Calhoun County. Motion: consider allowing the city to open a public application period from October 17th until October 31st for the citizen representative to the Transportation Authority of Calhoun County, and that the city's Public Transportation Committee be given the opportunity to review those applications and recommend a nominee to the City Commission at the November 7th regular meeting. This motion was not approved 4-4, with no votes coming from Mayor Benke, Vice Mayor Sophia, Commissioner Reynolds, and Commissioner Morris. Thank you for joining the City of Battle Creek Communications team for another City Commission Meeting Action Roundup video. Be kind and be well.